Fellow Zambians, I am sure most of you following on social media have read the unfortunate statement purportedly emanating from State House under the hand of the spokesperson for the president, wherein there's a declaration that the recent general elections were not free and fair. I call this statement unfortunate because this is no time to start raising the temperature in the country. The country is anxiously waiting for the results of these general elections, and the nation is anxious to understand who the winner is. It is very clear that without saying it, there is an innuendo of a concession in this statement. But we will not take this as a UPND alliance, as a concession statement. We'll just read it and ignore it with the contempt it deserves. Fellow Zambians, you will recall that the PF has made this campaign, the recent general elections, very difficult for the UPND alliance, especially for our presidential candidate, Hakainde Hichilema. Our presidential candidate was blocked from visiting many parts of the country. He could not fly. He was not allowed to fly to various points where he wanted to fly to. He was not allowed to go and visit certain constituencies, certain districts where he wanted to visit. He was tear gassed. He was mobbed by police. He was confronted by thugs of the PF and the police, all under the guise of the Public Order Act, all under the guise of COVID restrictions. Only the PF was allowed to campaign freely. In the Eastern Province in Chipata, on his way to Malambo, our candidate, President Hakainde Hichilema, was tear-gassed. He was detained at Chipata Airport for no apparent reason. He was blocked into flying into the Copperbelt for no apparent reason. There were tear gases being thrown left, right, and center at every point, everywhere he wanted to go. Zambians have been brutalized by the police and the PF for far too long. These alleged acts of violence, which the PF want to rely on from the Northwestern Province, Southern Province, and Western Province, are isolated incidents which have not even been investigated by the police and cannot be related or attributed to the UPND alliance. These are the lies that PF now wants to bring up and wants to start giving excuses to the Zambian people for having lost an election free and fair. They are the ones who did not have the courtesy of according the UPND alliance partners free and fair space to campaign. They did not allow us to advertise most of our campaign messages. When we were on radio, some radio stations were blocked, space was blocked, virtual space was blocked by them. Mr. President, Edgar Chagwa Lungu, bakaramba bandi. Ama elections naya pita. You have lost these elections with all your shenanigans and machinations, free and fair. It is time to concede defeat and be magnanimous about it. We have discussed in the alliance. There will be no retribution to anybody who is innocent, more especially you. We want to respect the presidency. So worry not. Whoever is advising you that the UPND alliance and its partners want to come and arrest you or harass you is lying to you. For the sake of the nation, we ask that you be patriotic for once. Please, stop alarming the nation. You're a commander-in-chief. You have your surveillance cameras, which were bought at a very expensive price. You've put the police on the streets. You've put the army on the streets. For God's sake, where is the evidence for all these allegations that you're making against the UPND alliance? Where? Where were your cameras? Where were your police? Where was the army? Where are the reports that you rely on? We have evidence that Samuel Kungo, or Samuel Chihili rather, the brother to Emmanuel Chihili, and the death of Kungo was an in-house fight between PF members. Don't bring in the UPND alliance in that. No, let the police investigate and truth will come out. The other deaths or the other pieces of violence, honestly, where is the report from the police for you to make such a statement that you're making? Do not be cheated, Lungu. You have ruled this country. You are our president. Be presidential, Bakalambawandi. Okay? It's time to let go of this nation of Zambia. You have ruled for 7 years. We have tested your leadership. Ukuswishe Lungu kwendamo na twenda naimu. And the Zambian people have now decided. Your campaign did not reach the Zambians. You let out a message of vuvuzelas with tribalism. No economic message, no social programs, no political agenda. What did you expect the Zambians to listen to? We had a message in the UPND alliance. The youth listened. We said very clearly, okay, one, when Zambians prosper, Zambia prospers. When the women of Zambia prosper, the family prospers. And every youth must be in school or at work. That's the message the Zambians got. That's our promise. It's our social contract. What was your message? Your message was akainde this, akainde this, akainde this. Kutina nganufia fimbinga alifua. Chava nashan. Stop it, President. Be presidential. I know you to be a humble man, or so you claim. Be that humble person. Tell the Zambians these elections were free and fair. Let other people judge these elections, not you. You cannot be a participant, a jury, and the judge of the same elections. No. The competition in these elections was tilted in your favor throughout. You had the entire airspace. You flew everywhere you wanted. You blocked our presidential candidate. We all saw this. Every Zambian saw this. And then they realized, can't show you in a very blocker. One shibare tina, tien tumpele vote. Plus na bakwata message na nankwe. What is your problem? Stop issuing these alarming statements through your spokesperson, Isaac Chipampe. It is not necessary. And whoever you have as advisors in State House, filekeni, inshtana ipwa. It is time for the Zambians to have some peace. And we must have this peace in the best form that our forefathers gave it to us. Let us protect it. And as Zambians, I appeal to all of us, let the ECZ announce the results of these elections and end it there. No more, no less. We have our results. We don't want to announce our results from our PVT section because we know we have won. We want it coming from the Electoral Commission because they are the ones mandated to do this. Do not interfere with that process. So if this statement is a way of you trying to build a case against the UPND Alliance for a possible petition, you're wasting your time. Your statement is not evidence. It is not backed by evidence or investigations from the ground. Stop confusing the Zambians. Now to Pitapuapa, we want these elections to be declared free and fair because the UPND Alliance and its partners did not do anything wrong. In fact, they suffered much more under your leadership during this campaign period. So, it is time to concede, and concede graciously. Ama elections, kwali baba wina na balusa. We are not here to arrest people. We are not here to throw people in jail. We are not here. We have a nation to one, unite, rebuild the economy, restructure the economy, and provide opportunities for our Zambian people. That's my response to this statement. So I urge the Zambians to ignore this statement issued from State House by one Isaac Chipampe with the contempt it deserves. It is not worth reading. My names are Kelvin Fobebwadia, and I speak as a member of the UPND Alliance Partners, and I thank you.